Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Sisqo!
Sisqo!
Yeah. Now,
Yes.
They said, because there's a bunch of traffic because the United Nations at the time. They said you did backflips and cartwheels and all kind of stuff.
Ran on top of the car.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard the president was at the Breakfast Club. No, just in the building.
Yeah, he passed by. We was too busy. We said Sisqo's here, so
it was rough. It was rough getting here, but we made it.
Well, welcome, Sisqo.
Finally,
You've been the topic of conversation, so we're glad
I know,
you're up here to
thanks to
clear
y'all.
things up.
You don't look like
It wasn't our fault.
Not really, thanks to y'all.
Yeah, that wasn't our fault.
It was. We could get into that, but can I just say that you look even more beautiful in person.
Well, thank you, Sisqo.
You gotta get close to the mic, though.
Yeah.
So, first of all, you look like you haven't aged at all. By the way.
Oh yeah, I got that young juice.
So Kyle from Jagged Edge, man, y'all caught the fade with each other?
Dang,
was that a real video?
Right
What
out
kind
the
of
gate.
fight was that? First of all,
Emmy said you couldn't fight. Emmy said you couldn't fight. Emmy said you couldn't fight.
It wasn't a. I wouldn't call that a fight. Just like he didn't because it started from whatever happened here. By the way, I watch the show all the time, and man, it's hilarious watching y'all just chop people up. Because if you come in here and you got any kind of insecurity, it's going to end up on the table.
Absolutely.
And then you end up in a skirmish with somebody. Because it was weird. Because he said something about he
saw you coming off
shut
the
F
elevator.
up or something. I'm like,
bitch.
He said, "Stay asleep, bitch."
Stay asleep, bitch.
Hold up. Here was the thing about that. Now when they said my name, how come y'all like kind of like bust out laughing like I'm just that to laugh at? Like,
Because
that seemed
Sisqo,
weird. Like you had a fight with Sisqo.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
you seem like a very peaceful person, you know. And
Certain
I
people you
can't.
expect to be in a fight. Chris Brown, Bobby Brown, Casey from Jodeci.
Anybody with
Not
the
some
last
guys
name Brown.
singing incomplete, you know. And
I mean, but I'm from Baltimore. You can't
Right.
make it out of Baltimore without having a little bit of
We seen The Wire.
something. Yeah, I get residual checks from the one episode. Y'all seen that like Red Building? It's on like 2 episodes. I forget the name of it, but we get a residual check because that was like right next to my grandma's house.
Really?
Yeah.
See, black people don't hear stuff like that. You got money because it was your house and you licensed your house to be
It
in the
wasn't my
scene.
house. It was my
Your
grandma's
grandmother's
Okay,
house.
okay.
So she gets money, not we.
Well, God rest her soul, but
Oh, okay, so
now that's why I said we.
Okay.
Okay. So now explain what happened. So he said you got out of the elevator, you didn't speak, and what
He
happened?
called you a punk bitch.
did you used to be like that? You was real.
That's what he said.
You was bougie
'Cause
like
I know
that?
y'all. Wait.
We got
First,
the audio today. We got the audio?
no.
we
I
got
know
the
y'all
audio.
can
Did
play
you
it
hear
back.
it or did somebody
You can
told
play
you?
it back and first of all, nobody has never called me a punk nothing to my face ever.
Right.
And the thing that happened when he said that, we seen him like the next week because when I'm doing shows with the group Drill, we got a lot of shows with those guys. So I seen him like the following week, and I was like coming off the elevator.
Again?
Oh no!
Off the elevator. The elevator is like the new octagon, right?
You, Ray Rice.
Everybody, it
Jay-Z.
must be a Baltimore thing.
Out the elevator for now.
Jay-Z.
Okay.
I take the stairs.
Man, I was coming off the elevator. He was standing there with Kevin, and this Kevin Peck, y'all. He been with Drew Hill since we was like 14 years old.
Okay.
He's our manager now, and I was coming off the elevator, and he started apologizing to me like, "Yo, I ain't say whatever." And I don't know what I hadn't even really saw the video. Everybody was telling me about it, and then when I did, I kind of like approached him like, "Come on, man, you ain't tell me no shut the F up or none of that, nothing crazy like nobody never said anything about." Me being gay to my face, because I know you remember when you used to work at Wendy's show.
A lot of gay rumors, yeah.
She used to have me at the show all the time, asking me the same question. Now, the same thing that she said I was gay about, that's like the standard of everybody now. Everybody dye your hair or wear like leather or whatever. So,
But you're not really successful until you got a gay rumor.
yeah.
Are you in the
That's what I
Illuminati?
hear.
Gay or the Illuminati?
That's what I hear. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did like a hand symbol in my latest video, and apparently
You're
that made me an Illuminati. But anyway, I came off the elevator. He was like, "Dude, man, I'm sorry, man. I know it didn't go down like that. La la la." And then the next time, we did another show, West Coast, and I was hanging out with Wingo, because Wingo's really the only member of the group that I really had any kind of interaction with, because he used to be friends with a member of my female group, Lover.
Okay.
So him and I were just kind of kicking it, and I went to go use the bathroom. This was after the show, and I don't indulge in any kind of party favors, drinking, or anything before I do a show. So we was done our set, and so boom, we
now you're
sitting
drinking
in the back, you know, getting it in,
smoking, drinking.
So,
all right.
I don't smoke, but it's all good. So I'm, you know, I had a little bit of sauce, and so I went to go use our bathroom, and our bathroom was, I mean, our dressing room was locked.
Mm-hmm.
So Kyle was like, "Yeah, you could go use ours."
The setup.
So I mean, it was that was the second time that day.
Hours.
That was the second time that day because their room was like right here. It was like a big show. It had like a lot of different artists on it. So their room was like the stairs was right here. Their room was right here, and ours was like further down the hall. So so I went in there, and Kyle was in there with some of his friends or whatever. He was like, "I know you're not gonna come here and talk about that Breakfast Club stuff." I was like, "Dude, ain't nobody think about that. I use the bathroom."
Mm-hmm.
So I used the bathroom. When I came out, now granted, like I said, we had been drinking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what started the skirmish. But he might have actually tried to say what he said. I don't know. I can't remember. But to me, it wasn't that serious. Cause like you said, if you ain't really throwing hands, it's not a fight to me. I've been in fights before. Like I said, you're not gonna really make it out of Baltimore without having had some kind of interaction. Right. So like I said, if you look at the video, when I looked at the video, it looked worse than it was. I walked away unscathed. I'm still pretty.
Right.
So
it looked like y'all was just drunk tussling. Somebody probably broke it up.
You know how that be. There used to be Friday night fights in my house, man. Some, you have a couple, people get carrot juice, say something left, don't know that I'm not the guy to say that to, and you end up, getting into it.
Who broke it up? Y'all just got
security
tired.
or something.
Oh, okay.
Nah, cause man, like I said, he's no less than 10 pounds heavier than I am.
Yeah.
So when we went back, I think I tripped over a coffee table or something. Then when security heard that big bump, I guess that's when they broke it up. And then literally right after it we was talking. It was online.
Right after.
We was on TMZ.
Right.
And people was like, "Yeah, man, well, good looking out." So thanks. I thanks to y'all, like I said, because people be nervous coming in here because they figure y'all gonna, y'all keep it. Y'all keep it 100.
Right, we got a lot of questions for you, Sisqo.
Well, let's get it.
Now, you brought up a good point. You said, the things that they used to give you flack for are the norm now. The dyed hair,
the colored hair,
the jean
tight
vest,
jeans,
all of that.
Jean vest.
What made you do that?
I never heard the jeans vest.
Mine was
the jean vest with no shirt
Mine was
on?
leather though. Mine was leather. He got the jean. I had literally just had the picture of YMCA and
that's what he did for everything. The Indian hat. Damn it, man.
Do you feel like you was a trendsetter?
Yeah, I'm a trendsetter.
Word.
I'm a go-getter. A lot of the things that we kind of spearheaded. When I say we, I'm talking about myself and the group. Is kind of the standard today. The whole sound of R&B today is that kind of sing rap thing that I won't say I single-handedly started, but I definitely had a hand in that whole kind of sing rapping thing. Y'all know on mainstream, it's almost like a sin to actually sing. You know what I mean? If you like crooning, they shipping you over to Urban AC.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of the gift and the curse because you can't it seem like you can't never please nobody. If I would have dropped my ballad first, everybody he out of touch. I drop an up tempo first. Is he still singing? It's like.
And then if you ever look back at the Thong Song video and the butts that was in that video and the butts that we see today and how different it is.
Way more. It was taboo to actually have that little bit of ass that was in that video was like no ass today in no kind of video. It's like way crazier than that. So.
And I remember people were mad because you had your daughter in the video, and they was like,
"Yeah, but she wasn't around."
Your daughter was in the video.
She was in the
she
beginning.
Wasn't like in the.
She wasn't around.
Oh yeah, I remember. Okay,
she wasn't around. Yeah, she wasn't around.
She wasn't like hopping over butts or nothing.
No,
they was mad about that.
Now with the success of Thong Song, I mean, it was so big. The record was huge. I mean, whatever happened after that? It was like it was
everything.
Okay,
everything. Good, bad, ugly. Everything that could happen happened after that record, and it actually kind of funny because it started. It started with this station at Powerhouse. Actually, I guess that when you have a career, when you're a multi-platinum artist, you get like it's like a roller coaster, and you get like different avenues that you can go in throughout your career, and the choices that you make depend on how often you get to stay in the forefront of the industry. And man, I had a lot.
You had an MTV show.
Yeah, I had a lot of. It was a lot of the things that I wanted to do was like really unpopular at the time.
Like what, reality shows? What?
Not so much. Even though we kind of did like 24 hours of I did 24 hours of Sisqo, which is technically a reality show that sold like 1 million copies.
1 million viewers.
No, it wasn't no viewers back
DVD?
then. The internet was in its infancy at the time, so yeah, it was a DVD.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, I had my people that I wanted to put on because I wanted to make sure my family ate, and that's not really all the way how this game works.
Right.
Somebody, say that they want you to work with a choreographer, and you got your own choreographer, then now you hard to work with.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So just like with like my first singles. Like I put my cousin on my first single instead of going to get, whomever was the hot rapper, which was a no, but I didn't know that. I didn't know how to play the game. So, Envy, to answer your question, there was a lot of decisions that I chose to make where I literally was like, okay, well, you know what? I'll take the long way.
It seemed like the industry turned on you at that time. I mean,
definitely.
It seemed like, at one time you were the Def Jam building when Thong Song came out. Everything was Thong Song.
But I heard it was because of your attitude, though. I heard you was like you said, very hard to work with.
Well, see, that's the way it's portrayed, and that's why, and it brings back my first point when I said it started here. I don't know if y'all remember, but when I did Powerhouse,
we weren't around.
Yeah, we weren't here then.
Well, I mean, you was still in New York, but I know y'all heard about it because they were talking about it for a long time. Because what happened was I went to do Powerhouse. And I was like really extremely busy at the time, and at the time I was my parent company was Def Jam, which a lot of people also don't know that Thong Song and all that is under my label. So I like the youngest CEO in the game, and I
made a lot of money.
Yeah, it's nice. My jewelry real. It's custom. But what happened was I went on Powerhouse, and man.
Just say it, Sisqo.
Well, the whole thing with Little Kim back in the day. I don't know if y'all recall, but I wasn't in that video. And when I wasn't in the video, what the streets thought was that I thought I was so high and mighty that I didn't want to be in the video. First of all, that's ridiculous because I wrote the song. You know what I mean? Why would I not want to be in the video?
Talk about how many licks?
Yeah. I wasn't able to be in the video because of the politics of whatever was going on with the label.
They wouldn't give you their release to be in a video.
Yeah, and it was crazy because I had did my part, and which proves that I'm not hard to work with. I put Foxy Brown in the Thong Song remix. Didn't need a remix to the song. Didn't need to re-release the song, but that was my part of the deal that I had. Also did How Many Licks, which turned out really good. I mean, not How Many Licks. What did it was from?
DMX.
Yeah, DMX, I did that record. And that was also a part of the okay. Well, if you do this, then we'll allow you to do this.
Right.
So I had done my part, and then when it came time for them to do their part, everybody got amnesia.
Right.
So when I did Powerhouse, I came out on the stage. I was like, yo, my label, la la la. They wouldn't let me, la la la.
So F Def Jam, you went on the Kanye West ramp, right? Sorta.
You said you wasn't there.
I wasn't.
We're just trying to finish the story. Finishing the story.
I started the Kanye West rant. Like I was the one that used to be like, "This is the boy." Okay. So I went on the on the show, and I bought Lil Kim out. And for a couple weeks they were just talking about it. It used to be they was even referring to it as they Sisqo'd him. If you like diss somebody,
you lucky the blogs wasn't back out back.
Oh,
then.
it'd have been. They still been talking about it now. So basically, that was that one of those bite the hand that feeds you scenario.
Def Jam blackballed you.
I didn't understand.
Def Jam blackballed you.
I blacklist.
See, that was cool to land on the label. You can do that now, but back then,
no.
They'd be like, "Oh, you don't want? Okay."
Oh, they buried me.
So who turned up the check? That was the time when Russell Simmons was running.
No, Russell wasn't there.
Russell wasn't there.
It was Leo and Kevin. But and that was the whole reason why I thought I was good because Kevin was from Baltimore. So I was like,
Kevin was.
That's my guy,
dude.
Damn, Kevin.
Well, y'all remember they used to go on Kevin on everything.
Yeah.
Like Kevin Lyles, they used to just be, you fat this, la la la. And, you know, I treated Kevin with nothing but respect.
Right.
Because it was...
Be more love.
Right. And I thought it was going to facilitate. Wrong.
Damn.
Wrong.
So that's what kind of made the Sisqo brand fall off.
Well, I wouldn't say fall off, just out. I wasn't
able to do things.
Able to be in the mainstream.
Right.
Because I still was...
Performing song everywhere, I'm sure.
Fortunate enough, because I was multi-platinum before Thong Song, so
Okay.
I just went to do Drew Hill. You know, I got my Superman and my Clark Kent,
So with Drew
my
Hill,
Batman and my Bruce Wayne.
You guys had the plan for everybody to go solo, right? Or first Woody went solo, then it was you, and then they said everybody.
Well, we ain't had nothing to do with Woody going solo. He
decided.
He rushed that, by the way.
He was, as a matter of fact, me going solo was because Woody quit the group.
Okay,
I didn't
he
really
quit the group.
I didn't really want to be a solo artist. I wanted to be the next, you know, Jodeci or Boyz II Men or whatever. So Woody quit the group on the set of the Wild Wild West.
Why'd he quit the group?
You tell me, dude. I don't know. It was.
You know, something happened.
He had well, see, a lot of people don't know that Woody's parents, his parents aren't around anymore, and he was going through that scenario where he was on the road with us while they were, you know, going through complications. So, you know, it could have been that. I don't know. It could have been. I mean, at the time Woody quit the group and we did Wild Wild West, we was literally on top of the world. And a lot of people don't know that a lot of the groups that had gotten formed after Drew Hill were kind of like the quote unquote Drew Hill killer.
The new Drew Hill.
The new Drew Hill. Even like NSYNC. Like NSYNC was, they had put NSYNC together after Johnny Wright saw us perform, and the Backstreet Boys was out. And they was like, yo, it's this group, you know, if you want to be it, y'all got to be able to dance.
Right.
It was like, oh, okay. So then they got NSYNC. Not taking nothing away from NSYNC because they're incredible. I was on tour with them. Justin Timberlake's dope. But that was pretty much it. So I got blacklisted, and it was just one of those scenarios where saying my name was almost like a curse word.
So how were you surviving all this time with? Because I mean, we haven't heard a record from you.
Right. Like I was
recently.
dead. So I'm doing my, you know, I'm doing my best Jesus impression.
Is that why you?
Well, you've been on tour with Drew Hill now.
Tour is awesome. It's an awesome scenario to be a multi-platinum artist because you're able to still perform in front of sold out audiences. But the only thing is, it's a weird reality with that because you're still doing sold out shows, but you kind of performing to your fans. So it's not really necessarily a whole lot of new fans. You can lull yourself into like a false sense of reality because you got the mainstream, which is, you know, here and on, you know, mainstream radio, and then you got, you know, what we've done and the lineage that we've created and being able to perform for those shows. So I'm kind of like one of the only artists that's, if not the only artist that got like one foot, you know, on, you know, in the 90s era R&B and then one foot on rhythm.
Because you have a new song with Waka Flocka.
Yeah, called A-List. Go ahead.
Are you with the?
No, man, go ahead and go make your jokes on the A-List.
I ain't
ain't no jokes.
I mean, I can say you're not on the A-list anymore, but
right,
why? That's so obvious.
No, because I had practiced my answer.
but why?
Say it so we can hear his answer.
Okay, you're not on the A-list anymore, Sisqo.
What? What do you mean? That wasn't it. I was trying to figure out how to segue into it. It didn't work the way I practiced it.
Let's try it again.
Okay, go.
Okay. Sorry, set up the single.
You got a new single.
Yeah, I got a new single out. It's called A-List.
Sisqo, you're not on the A-list anymore. Knock it off.
Look, did you get that? No, let me stop. You know what? I don't even want to do it now.
So, are you back with Drew Hill because you want to be, or out of necessity?
Well, no, it's definitely not a necessity. I don't have to. I really don't. I mean, I'm good, so I really don't even have to perform. I perform because I like to perform.
Right.
But the A-list is, to me, for anybody that may have that question, is, you know, pretty much like there's no way on this planet I can't go if I want. You know, A-list to me is they definitely know me where you go. They might not know you.
I don't think it's a list though. I think Drew Hill has a legendary space in the game. So I don't think y'all are on a list anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, to me anyway.
I appreciate that, man. That's what's up.
But Woody's back in Drew Hill also now.
No.
Or he quit, because he quit a couple of times.
He came back.
Right.
Came back for this third album that we did. Also multi-platinum. Thank y'all, listeners out there for that. And then he left the group.
Did he quit live on radio? Y'all had no idea?
He did, and that's when
we actually got it.
Now that was the first scuffle.
We actually got it. Can we play it?
Really?
Man, honestly, I feel like at this time, y'all guys just got it. Y'all don't need me to be around like physically. So I feel like I'm gonna go do what God called me to do, which is minister and do my gospel thing. But at the same time, I'm with y'all in spirit.
Dude, you could. So you leaving the group right now on the radio? I mean, oh hell no, man! Dude, you could have told us this yesterday.
Man.
Hold up,
bro.
Wait a minute. Hold up, man.
Oh, guys. I always thought this was so fake.
It looked fake.
I thought this was a straight PR stunt.
It looked fake. After he said he's going gospel, man.
I think that was fake, man. That was fake.
He said you could have told us this yesterday.
Well, yeah, because we were at my house the night before talking about going on radio and letting people know that we're going back in the studio. Nokio apparently decided he wanted to start drinking like some 40-year-old scotch or something. And so by the time we went on the radio, and I don't know if he knew that Woody was going to pull that or not, but that's why it was just kind of like everything was like in slow motion. We couldn't believe it. Nobody expected, Noke to grab Woody, but it probably looked fake because those guys don't really fight like that. The only person I know that Nokio has ever fought was me. Him and I used to fight
all the time.
Why are you always fighting everybody?
Was it ego though? Because Drew Hill truthfully is Sisqo and Nokio. You can replace the other two, the fat guy.
Not Jazz.
What he was? I don't know.
Nah, Jazz got the best. He's one of the best singers on the planet.
Got you.
He got a pure falsetto.
Got you.
Like a lot of the falsetto notes you may hear on the record sound that way. His falsetto almost sound amplified, like off the record. But
who used to win between you and Nokio?
It was once again a skirmish. We ain't never really, but we did fight on our reality show. It wasn't a fight. It was like a sparring match.
Well, a lot of the other members jealous of you because of your solo success. What the hell happened to your finger, man?
Yeah, did this just happen? They're trying to get you a Band-Aid.
Yeah, I cut my finger
just
fighting.
Just thinking about the fight.
Right, just thinking about it. Got battle wounds. No, yesterday I cut myself. I got a video to shoot, and I was opening this package for these like expensive sneakers with a razor blade while I was on the phone and swam.
Thanks.
Anyway, but yeah, no, it wasn't fake. He just wanted Nokio. Was under the influence at the moment, and Woody. I don't know if you ever met Woody, but he's got like his whole rhythm is different. He a different kind of dude. He's like a almost like a savant. So he just moved that way. Like if you look at the old videos, just see he just moved different. So that's probably why it looked like just crazy.
Were they ever jealous of you when you popped off as a solo artist?
I don't know. I never asked.
Or...
because every time I eat, I made sure that everybody ate. When I got my multi-million-dollar solo deal with Def Jam, I made sure everybody else got paid when I got paid. So I don't think that. And then they was in the videos and all of that. And then Nokio wrote on my album. So I don't think it was jealous.
Did you ever look down upon them like this is the kingdom of Sisqo? You should be happy I'm here. Okay.
No, not at all. Cause I can't do. I respect people that do things that I can't do. And Nokio, Jazz, and the newer member Teo can do things that I can't do. They're all essential members of the group that make us what we are today. So
now I got to ask you to clear something up that has been on the blogs and in the rumors for some years now. About a child that you had in Switzerland, and
that's what I was wondering.
All kinds of different reports about it. Like some people are saying it's not your child, some people are saying it is yours.
They said she was 14 when you smashed.
Yeah, that's weird because I didn't know they let 14-year-olds in clubs at 3 a.m. So, and then this particular person was with her mother. So, I don't think she was that young. And if she was, why would her mother be like? Her mother was like dating security, and she was there too. As far as her child being mine, I'm I only have 2 kids that I know of. My daughter that was in the video song. Then my son, his name is Ryu. He was on that show Wife Swap with me.
Oh yeah, so you're not even married, but you were on Wife Swap.
Yeah, that's A-list. Ha!
But were you
timing on that?
Either that or you needed a check.
No, they asked me to be on there.
Were you supposed to take a paternity test though? Are you interested to know for sure? Like this could be.
It's like
it's possible.
At the end of the day, this like around the third or fourth time somebody has accused me of their child being my child. And
as they should, all the multi-million-dollar checks she was getting.
As they should.
The other two people who thought that their kid was mine, it actually turned out that it wasn't.
The child couldn't dance. So you knew it wasn't true.
It actually turned out that the baby wasn't mine. The kid was not mine. And so basically, when she came along, being the third person, it kind of was like my
not
lawyer.
This again.
My lawyer was able to just be like, okay, like, dude, at this point, it's a witch hunt. Like the other two people, the one girl had actually named her
child Sisqo.
No,
Dragon.
No, my son's name is Dragon. Actually, Ryu means dragon in Japanese. He was born the year of the dragon, so which is you can't make that up. Right. But no, he wasn't. He turned out not to be my son. So my lawyer was able to make that case of like so basically anybody that says that my client and them have a child, is he supposed to just be giving his DNA to everybody on the planet?
Your DNA's all over.
So I didn't have to actually.
Now you sang Michael Jackson. Is it true that Michael Jackson flew you out?
Yeah, it is. I meant to. Did you send him the photo? I said I guess we got to send a photo later.
Michael Jackson.
That's a hell of a Throwback Thursday photo, dog.
I know.
It's ironic. It's ironic. No, it's actually on my Instagram. Michael flew me out to meet him, which is even more ironic because when I was about 5 years old, I guess, when I saw Michael Jackson do the moonwalk. When I saw him do the moonwalk, that's when I was like, that's what I want to do. And then when you think about R&B artists or just pop artists in general, male pop artists in particular, we all like kind of trying to do our best Michael Jackson impression. So for him to fly me out, God rest his soul, it was
why did he fly you out of all people? Like, how did that?
He wanted to meet me.
Just wanted to meet you.
He wanted to meet me. That's what I
work
said.
on nothing. He said he wasn't no age 5. Shut the hell up. He was not no age 5 when Michael flew him out.
No, disrespectful.
How old were you?
1,000.
Well, you 1,000. Okay.
No, I'm 1,000 now.
How old were you when Michael Jackson flew you out?
That was like 2001.
Oh man,
He's such a stupid.
He's still trying to build the case.
Jesus Christ.
Still trying to build the molestation.
He's trying to bring
case.
all the rumors in. He's trying to bring in Michael pedophile rumors, your gay rumors, all bring it all together.
Man, he flew me out, and I was like, what made you want to meet me? And he was like, I was like, you the reason why all of us are, doing our best Michael Jackson impression.
Right.
And he was like, man, I think you're like, this was like back 2001. I think you're really talented and you're going to go far in this industry. Which probably was the minute that I was just like,
I'm done. I could.
Right. I don't, I don't care what nobody says.
So now you have the last album.
That
right?
makes you A-list.
Yeah, that is A-list.
That makes you legendary.
And I didn't even practice that one.
But now it's The Last Dragon, so does that mean that is your last album? I know it's a trilogy that you plan to do all this time, and so that's it.
Well, no, just the last time. It could be the last solo album. I don't know. It just, when I first did Unleash the Dragon, I said I was going to make it a trilogy, so Unleash, Return, Last. So definitely the last time I put Dragon in the title.
Okay.
I have been working on this album since I fell off the planet or fell off.
Fell off. You just fell off for a second.
Fell off. I don't know. The sold out crowd don't really. I mean,
see, that's what people don't see though. People think that if you're not in the front of the cameras all the time, they don't see you all the time. They're like, oh, you fell off.
Right.
But you had to be on the road.
Right into Wembley's arena.
Yeah.
Sold out. Bam. But off of the mainstream, so I'll give you that. I wasn't in the main.
That's what Instagram for, sir. You just take that picture of them sold out shows and let people know you
they on there.
doing it.
They on there. You gotta be following me.
Yeah, if you don't follow him,
if you don't follow, I mean, I post them. If you're not looking, help me get my As a matter of fact, I know definitely by me being on this show, which I've been wanting to be on this show for so long, dude. Because I be even when I'm overseas, I be watching y'all just
we appreciate
chop dudes up. You see people coming in here like shivering.
Makes for a terrible interview. Like, just come tell the truth. You had a friendly competition with KC from Jodeci back in the day too. Y'all had a friendly little sing off one time.
I don't think it was. We just walked on stage, and I guess I walked into yet another fight.
Yeah.
You fight a lot, man.
Yeah, why is everybody fighting? It must be that do-rag you have on.
No, oh, really? They want me to take it off that bad?
Did he challenge you or what?
It was kind of like with a look. I guess that was what the challenge was. But I can't out-sing KC, man.
Even now?
Even now, like I don't know, he can still hit those higher notes, and they real. It's not falsetto or auto tunes. He really doing that. So I got a lot of respect for KC, JoJo, Jodeci. I've done everything that I could as an artist to just always show the respect. Respect and admiration that I had for those guys, because when we first came out, we were literally trying our best to sound like Jodeci. And instead of like you hear a lot of influence from that I may have had on some of the artists out right now, but nobody ever mentions me.
You guys, you managed to avoid a lot of the drinking and drugging issues. I feel like that a lot of people were plagued with during that time. In particular, was anybody in
because
Drew Hill?
Molly's was big during that time, and drugs was big during that time.
Molly's?
Wasn't Molly big?
No.
What are you talking about?
He said Molly. Molly in the 90s.
I'm an ecstasy. Gosh, ecstasy, Molly, same difference.
Is it?
I don't know.
Did anybody in Drew Hill ever have those issues? I remember reading Nokio had some issues.
Oh man, I can't talk about that man like that without him here. But
was it ever something that y'all had to be like, okay,
pull somebody aside? Yeah. No, they grown men. Everybody got their own life.
If Charlamagne had a drug issue, I'll pull him to the side and be like, listen, absolutely.
Every time I try to pull somebody aside, I'm
you
hard to work with. I get in a fight. But not that I know of. If they did, or if I did, nobody pulled me aside yet.
Well, we appreciate you joining us. We learned a lot today.
That's what's up, man.
We learned that you fight a lot.
Yeah.
We haven't figured out if you can fight yet or not, because we don't know if you win or lose. But
and you smash Maya.
No. He just trying to throw that in there.
Maya, we learned that today.
Yeah, I was just trying to throw that in.
Okay,
he just tried to throw that in there.
No, he's not gay.
No, I wrote Maya's first 2 singles, and because I did that, I think people thought that we were dating.
Yeah.
Which is I think is always sexy. If you're gonna do a duet with a female artist, it should probably at least look like y'all.
Absolutely.
That's why I don't have no female duet yet.
Yet.
And we learned he's on the A-list.
Yeah.
All right, his new single A-list is out right now. We appreciate you joining us.
Oh, and album Last Dragon, December 9th. A-list out right now. Cop that. Go look at the video. Buy it off iTunes and Google Play.
All right, that's what it is. It's
Sisqo
Sisqo and the Breakfast Club.